But eventually there was a huge period of success in my life. I'm still, in many ways, success before was measured in material terms, and now I measure success in terms of how much I give out, how much I help somebody else. So, yes, I did that. So, did I answer your question, or did I skip the part?
Yes, okay. You did. You did it perfectly, by the way. Okay, so, Mika, this question's for you. I mean, when you decided to do business in the Philippines, I mean, why did you decide to to bring your company here, set up a business here in the Philippines?
I think that's the best question.
Very good question.
Very good question. I think that could be the same question you could ask to anybody who will create his own business. It's what is the motivation? What are the main reasons? And for myself, it was the motivation of getting involved in a so big challenge, and the possibility to create something I wanted. By that I mean, as everybody know, we get jobs, we work for sometimes very big companies, but the job ownership is not something very accessible to everybody. Creating a business, I will say that's the royal way to do it. There is no such best way than to bring your own vision, to bring your own creativity, and at the end, hopefully, saying, this is what I wanted to do, and I made it.
Oh, okay. Wow. So,
interesting. Yeah. Not to be negative here, but what were the biggest challenges for both of you while doing business here?
Biggest challenge, I will say, the biggest challenge is from the experience I had before. I was not really prepared to create my own business. I will say that's the main challenge, because as soon as you start to get into it, you can start to see there was many things you didn't expect from the beginning, and you are discovering that step by step. So as much as you thought you were prepared, you are just discovering you're not really prepared for everything. And so you're getting, I would say, not surprised every day, but almost a surprise every day. So yes, that's the biggest challenge, because reacting to that, it's not. I think it's not easy for everybody, and unless you are really motivated, sometimes it can be easy to give up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How about you, Raj?
I remember I was about 28 years old, and I'd started working when I was 23. I worked for an engineering company, then I worked for a manufacturing company, then I worked in sales for about 3 or 4 years. But then I worked for sales for a long time. When I was 28 or 29, I remember driving down Makati Avenue, and I had my old beat-up Gemini diesel car. And I'd made a deal, a business transaction, completely on my own. And then I realized that, Raju, something inside me told me, now you know how to do business. You know how to be chaga. You know how to be a negociante. No? Prior to that, you think that you know business. You read the books. You go do your MBA, and you get all the mentoring you want. But there comes a time. There comes an aha moment in your life. You say, "Kuha ko na." I speak French, by the way. So you get it, no? So you get it that you know that you have to take care of the supply side, you have to take care of the operation side, you have to market yourself, and you have to be like a hawk, like a really crazy hawk watching over your business. And you know it's going to turn around. So I figured that out when I was 28 or 29. So the personal challenge, or the challenge that I faced before that, was not being able to see beyond a certain curtain that is ahead of you. We all think, kaya ko yan. Pero there comes a time you really know it. And so the paradigm is that you don't understand it. Once you understand it, then you know you can apply that philosophy to any business, whether you are into IT or the new age business, or you put up a barber shop. You someday know it that you can do it. So that's the challenge.
Oh, okay, okay. Just to remind our viewers, we have a number here, 0923-416-5281. Please indicate your name and location. It's right here under the screen, right here. Okay, so please text in your questions. It's a very interesting topic about what foreigners go through when doing business here in the Philippines. Okay, so back to Mika here. When Alvin asked you challenges, something came to my mind, okay? What are the challenges peculiar to Filipinos or to the Philippines?
Country challenges.
Country challenges. I would say the main one is the difference of culture between between the Europeans, the Americans, and the Filipinos.
Okay.
Somehow I was lucky to live few years before I started business in the Philippines. Meaning, I had time to meet a lot of people to understand how the country was working, how the Filipino were thinking, even if I still I still learn every day. I still learn every day. But it was a very good benefit for me living in the Philippines prior to starting the business. I think I can in fact somehow I expect that that feeling from other foreigners who will want to start. Started from scratch without being in the country might scare most of them because culture very different, especially when you come from Western countries. You have first a gap between Western and Asian, and after you have the specificities of the country, of the culture. So that's very difficult. Very difficult at first, but it's taking time. It's taking time to know, to understand, and to learn how to react to that.
Okay, Raju, is that the same?
I think your question is ease of doing business in the Philippines. That's what it's related to.
Ease or difficulty?
Ease of doing business. My apologies, but Saturday I was reading the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and Philippine places number 146.
146.
146. Ease of doing business. Singapore places 1, Hong Kong places 2. Now, I think that's a wrong measure. That measure needs some help. See, when you say ease of doing business, they're probably talking about registering with the BDT or the BOI or the SEC, you know. Maybe that's challenging because the paperwork. But ease of doing business should be many other things. It should be people, it should be financing, it should be location, it should be infrastructure. So I don't think that's taken into account. When I started my first business, I'd never done business in any other country. I was a kid, no? Yes, it was challenging. Yes, it was tough. But there were other conveniences. The fact that you can seek support from Filipinos. You know, the culture of Filipinos helping each other, that should be measured in. That's never measured in, no? So you have that convenience. So maybe going to SEC is a challenge because of the structure, but going out into the world of business, that becomes easy. No? So from my perspective, yes, that part is tough. And I'm sure SEC and BOI and BDT and the Department of Trade are working at it constantly. I know some of them are my friends. I hope they don't hear me talk about this right now. But yes, they are working on it. And in a couple of years, I think we should really rise up that ranking soon.
We all hope so.
We should.
Yeah. Matter of time.
Anyway, you brought up SEC, BOI, DTI, all these government agencies. We're going to get into a break, folks, in a while, but I'll leave you with this question. Okay? The question is, what are the legal challenges first, before the cultural challenges? What are the legal challenges you faced when you were still setting up your business? And what would you advise other foreigners? So we'll get into this break, and don't touch that dial. We'll be back soon. All right?